I just remembered that we were that me and Harry were talking about the whole all lives matter thing.
Nah,
Ooh, spicy.
thank you.
And
Yeah, I
how-
love this one.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The whole all lives matter thing for me is, in a way, it's BS.
Why is it BS?
It's BS because it's common sense.
No, exactly. So no, but hold on. I think we have to separate the notion of all lives matter and Black Lives Matter, and then separate the political agenda.
But
You know, I
yeah,
think
but then
I've never had
I think a
issue
lot of
with
people
anyone-
say like, of course all lives matter. Like, yes, but
Duh. But you can't protest
the
to my
approach.
protest. You know what I mean? You can't protest to my protest. You can't,
But
like, all lives must have mattered before Black Lives mattered, right? So why were you screaming it then?
So you're talking about how all lives matter protesters was protesting in the BLM protest.
Yeah, it was a response to the BLM protest.
Okay,
It wasn't alongside, it was a
bullshit.
direct
At least on
response.
social media. I mean, I've not left the house, so you know.
That's just bullshit. I mean, it
That's right.
doesn't make no sense. For me, at least,
for example,
it doesn't make no sense, because what's the point? Like, you literally just going, you're wrong.
But also, if you're gonna come out,
I'm just showing, like, I'm just expressing my opinion, and then the other side is going, you're wrong. What the fuck? Like, what are we gonna achieve by that?
you
Like,
can't please everyone, and there's always going to be those idiots.
It's gonna happen by you going, you're wrong.
Nothing, but people.
It's not just black people that matter.
The thing is, like I said, it's all down to human.
It's common sense now.
It's all down to the basic. It's all down to the basic human instinct. If a bunch of people are going around saying, chanting, "Oh, Black Lives Matter," and you're not black, you're gonna feel some certain type of way. It might not
because
display,
it's
but
this
you
feeling
might
of
feel
this, it's
subconsciously
this feeling
threatened.
of what's it? Exclusion, even if it doesn't.
Yeah,
have to be.
exclusion. So
I
you're
think
gonna either create your own thing.
That's the feeling of the
Yeah, so you're gonna go ahead and create your own thing, and then you're gonna do that in response, even if you didn't really have an issue before. Now you have an issue.
It's just excluded of a movement
beings.
that you may or may not have made any real effort to contribute towards.
Exactly. I mean,
So
let me just disclaimer here. I of course, Black Lives Matter, but I do not support the political party or any of their agendas.
I mean,
the
reality situation is these things are complicated. So there's gonna be like different avenues. Like there's classic splits, like isolationist versus hard integration, for example, and like there's so many approaches, and you're like, oh, okay, what do you prioritize? Do you go for like grassroots issues, for example, or like at the legal sphere in terms of like extra protections?
For me, the thing is. Yes, of course, but I think my issue with the Black Lives Matter thing is just the whole, I guess my real issue is with the leftist agenda, because I don't like left-wingers. I'm sorry, I don't. I feel like it helps perpetrate this victimhood.
Whatever that means, whatever the fuck that means. Whatever these words mean, whatever these words mean. But I guess liberal, like the simple sense of I guess free markets, some form of free, relatively low government, I guess, would be the simple concept of liberalism. Not like too heavy with like policing, for example. Let me smoke weed, let me marry whoever I want, let me spend money, let me, I guess, is that what you'd call? Is that what you'd frame as like liberal? Because I know I don't like using certain words that are so overused. But I think in that kind of simple sense of, relatively low interaction with the state.
Yes,
and then
that
kind of,
don't like liberals either.
Jeez.
Just saying.
Huh?
You're forced to like me. I'm your family now.
Jeez.
Of course. I mean, listen, like it's not. I know, sometimes when I voice my opinions, I sound really harsh, but I like to talk. I always like to think that I'm talking from the perspective of just basic common sense.
Yeah, I get you.
That's it. Like, I don't discriminate against anyone. Anyone can do whatever they want, live and let live. That I'm all about that. But at the same time, we have to keep an eye on you know, what agendas are being pushed, because quite frankly, I feel like the way society is going, if we continue to let it go on the way it's going on, it's going to be a mess in 20 years.
I mean,
It's
it
gonna be a
really is.
mess.
I mean,
I've told this to Sa. I already spoke to Sa about this, and I can bet any money that once I tell you what I thought, like, that Black Lives Matter movement should have looked like in America, you would have a different idea.
Yeah.